Welcome everyone. So in today's class we are going to discuss about semiconductors. We will discuss about types of semiconductors and its subtypes. Then first we will come to materials. So materials are of three types: conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Conductor means those who can conduct electricity. For example, metals are good conductors, and insulators those can prevent the conductivity of electricity, a paper and wood. And semiconductor is controlled flow of charge is known as semiconductor. Then we come to doping. It is a process of adding impurities to semiconductor. Then we come to the conduction of metal. Conduction of metal depends upon the charged particles. The electron is the principal negative charge particle, and the charge or quantity of electricity is calculated by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And the number of electrons per coulomb is reciprocal to the number of electronic charge. And here for an example we have given the number of electron is equal to, we calculated, that is 6 into 10 to the power 8. 1 ampere of current is 1 coulomb per second, that is C per S. 1 picoampere equals to 10 to the power minus 12 ampere, which represent the motion of an electron. Then type of semiconductor, there are two types of semiconductor: intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor, further are two types: N type of semiconductor and P type of semiconductor. Then we come to intrinsic semiconductor. Semiconductor is in pure form is known as intrinsic semiconductor. For example, pure germanium and pure silicon. And at room temperature, the number of silicon are equal to number of holes. This is the diagram of electrons and holes. Then this is the semiconductor energy band diagram. The mid range is known as Fermi level. The upper one is the conduction band and the lower one is the valence band. Then in the next slide we will see the extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor is the conductor in which we add some impurity. Then that is known as extrinsic semiconductor, and the adding of impurity process is known as doping. In extrinsic semiconductor, then we come to p-type semiconductor. Germanium and silicon are p-type semiconductor. When we add trivalent impurity to pure semiconductor, then it is known as p-type. It makes the covalent bond with adjacent 3 electron of silicon atom. And in N type of semiconductor, the arsenic is known as the doping. It has 5 valence electrons. The 5th electron is a free electron which combines to form a N type of semiconductor. Then here we can see the P and N type of semiconductor. In P type of semiconductor, the majority charge carriers are electrons and the minority charge carriers are holes. And in N type of semiconductor, the majority charge carriers are electrons and the minority charge carriers are holes. And this is another diagram which shows the acceptor ion and donor ions. Then we come to carrier. In addition to this, some of the covalent bonds break due to temperature and electron hole pair generators. Holes are majority charge carriers and electrons are minority charge carriers. Then the conduction of semiconductor is due to two processes. One is drift process, another is diffusion process. Then we come to the drift process. In the drift process, you can see there is a diagram. The electron move from external circuit and in conduction band of semiconductor. The holes move in valence band of a semiconductor. Due to the movement, due to the displacement, it happens, so it's known as the drift process. Then diffusion process. Here the electrons move from the higher concentration gradient to a lower concentration gradient. That is known as a diffusion process. In the diagram you can see from a higher concentration the electrons are moving to a lower concentration. This is diffusion. Then we come to the difference between comparison between intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. This is pure and this is impure. The holes and electrons are equal. Here also equal. The formulable formulable lies between, and here the formulable towards the p-type semiconductor. The ratio of majority and minority charge carrier are unity in both the cases. The majority and minority charge carriers are equal. Then we come to the comparison of n-type and p-type of semiconductor. In n-type, pentavalent impurities are added. In p-type, trivalent impurities are added. In n-type, majority charge carriers are electrons and minority are holes. And in p-type, majority charge carriers are holes and minority charge carriers are electrons. And formulable is near conduction band. In p-type, formulable is near the valence band. So this is the basic difference between n-type and p-type of semiconductors. Then here you can see these are some semiconductor diodes. In the next slide we will come to the diodes. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in comment section. And the next slide we will discuss about diodes and all the function of diode and the rectifier circuits. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel.